if you have bloated belly or any digestive issues, so bloating, farting, diarrhea, constipation, the first thing before you do the hydrogen breath test, before you do anything, you need to calm down the intestine. And this actually takes 4 to 7 days, but on an elimination diet. So this is a FODMAP diet. So fructo-oligodisaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. So what are these? These are all sugars that very often our human body doesn't process. Why? Because we don't have the digestive enzymes that would break it down. And in that case, the food goes into the small intestine and large intestine. And if you, for example, have SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and you have bad bacteria in your small intestine, and there should be 0 bad bacteria, you are getting bloating 30 minutes after the meal, anything that you do. So you might start in the morning having just coffee with milk and you get bloated. But if you get bloated, let's say in the afternoon or in the evening, this might be caused by the large intestine. So this large intestine, maybe you suffer from constipation, even though you go to the toilet every single day, you might be constipated. So there is this kind of bouchon, there is like a traffic in your intestine. And we need to find out what's causing the bloating. So even if you, for example, have something for breakfast, the effect of the breakfast might come at 6 o'clock in the evening. But here I will be talking about, let's say, neutral food that shouldn't bloat you. So it's like lower in gluten and gliadin, it's low in lactose and casein, and it's in general not causing histamine intolerance. So it is not healthy food. Very often it's something that normally I wouldn't recommend as a lifestyle, but we do it only to keep the tummy under control. So you can see that on the list are actually rice cakes. This is high in sugar, high in glucose, but it's usually not causing the irritation of the intestine. So from this list, what I would recommend is concentrating maybe on three of them, which would be oats, and you would try to go for a gluten-free oats, or it can be buckwheat oats. You could have watched it in a previous video in a recipes of what I'm doing, what I'm shopping. I would recommend, so buckwheat, obviously, I would recommend buckwheat, which is grano di saraceno, sarrasan, pohanka, in Polish, kasha. And I would recommend, for example, the what is it? The tortillas from vegetables. So the carrot and the beetroot tortilla. So they are gluten-free, they are very safe. Or temporarily, you could use corn tortillas, but you really have to be sure that it's 100% corn and that doesn't have any additives. So that would have to be freshly made. You buy it in a local Mexican shop, but everything is fresh.